You can make the case, maybe it wasn't all great news for Donald Trump last night. He did win, though, and that's really all that matters. But a survey of primary voters by AP Votecast found some troubling signs for the former president. For example, 21% of Republicans say they will not support Trump if he is the GOP nominee, 1 in 5. 68% of independents say the exact same thing. Is that a flashing red siren there for your party?
I mean, look, it's a warning sign, but the reality is the former president needs to win 2 states to get to 270. If he can regain Georgia and regain Pennsylvania, he becomes the president again. Now, you pointed out 68%. But there's also some other independents there that are saying, you know, I'm not necessarily certain I want Joe Biden again. I think he's too old. I don't like the way he's handled the economy. I don't like the way he's handling immigration. If Donald Trump can maintain the same electoral count from 2020 and just add, I would argue, Blake, at least 15 to 20% cushion in those 2 states that I've added, he wins.
Well, that's the question is how big he can expand, right?
He can't really expand his base is the problem.
Yeah,
he's made it to a point where he's hit a ceiling. Biden, on the other hand, has room to improve, especially among African Americans. That's going to be the number that everyone.
Or he could go the other way on African Americans.
He could. African Americans could stay on, but Trump.
Right.
Well, if we look in 2016, Trump had what 8% of the African American vote. He had 12% in 2020 and still lost. Biden, I think, has room to improve among African.
Yeah, but in that 32% of independents, if you look at some polls from Pew, from Gallup, you have about 15 to 16% that are saying they're open to voting for Trump, and we can't dismiss those numbers.
Flashing red light or no?
Yeah, I mean, it is a flashing red light because it does show him the path forward is that he has to speak to a broader audience. And I think he does that most effectively when he stays away from the identity politics and all this sort of bombastic talk and focuses on the 2 issues that got him over the finish line: the economy and immigration.
Sean,
and that's true for everybody.
Sean, when you see those numbers, I wonder what you make of them. I know from the beginning you've sort of not necessarily picked a candidate, right? You just want the Republican nominee to cross the finish line and get back in the White House. So when you see those numbers, how concerned are you?
None. I will sleep soundly tonight knowing that Donald Trump will. Because here's the deal. I mean, Jermichael touched on this. There are 8 states that total 97 electoral votes. Independents are not some monolithic vote. Most of them actually have identified as a Republican or Democrat in the past, just not joining the party. Take a state like Michigan. Donald Trump won it by 0.22% of a 10,703 votes. 15 electoral votes in Michigan. Biden has a major problem because of the Hamas-Israeli war there. That's a problem there, not only there, but in Georgia. Then you look at Arizona, where immigration is a problem. Over and over again, those 8 states have individual problems that will divvy up those 97 electoral votes that'll put Donald Trump back in the White House easily.
Thank you for watching. And make sure you go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.